سيد الأولين والآخرين مدد يا رسول الله مدد يا سادات أصحاب رسول الله مدد يا مشايخنا الدستور مولانا شاء الله فاز داس شيخ محمد علي الحق ودد طريقتنا الصحبة والخير في الجميع.
Our Holy Prophet ﷺ states in a hadith sharif, إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ.
Yaptığınız işler niyetinize
Your actions
Allah
are according to
niyet eden
your intentions. They depend on your intentions. Whoever has the intention for the sake of Allah gets the reward from him. This is the first hadith and the 40 Nawawi hadiths. This hadith was compiled by him. And the person who supported the writing of this hadith got the rewards for it. This is the first hadith. إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ وَإِنَّمَا لِكُلِّ امْرِئٍ مَّا نَوَىٰ. This was meant for the hijrah, the immigration, and whoever makes the intention to migrate for Allah, Allah gives him his rewards. There was a person at that time who wanted to migrate for marriage. He loved a woman, and that's why he migrated. The intention might be for the sake of Allah or something else. Whatever one's intention is, their migration would be accordingly, it says. Hijrah at that time was in order for people to, Muslims to migrate from Mecca to Medina, but the intention was also important at the time. So a person needed to migrate for the sake of Allah. And that person did it either for a woman or to get married or for dunya, for a worldly thing. And so he migrated for that reason, not for Allah, but for worldly gain, for this dunya. Why are we saying this? Because most of the time people do something and say, I did it for you, or I did it for that reason. When you're doing a certain thing, do it for Allah. Allah is everlasting, servants and humans are not everlasting. Whether it's 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, or 100 years, let's say that they live, and then they go away, pass away. So when you say, I did it for this person, that time, go and ask that person for your reward. But if you do it for the sake of Allah, that time you will not be indebted to anybody. You will not have an obligation to anybody. And nobody will come asking you for anything. If you're going to be obliged, then your reward is not from Allah, but from that person, and you would be left with nothing of rewards from Allah left. But anything that's done for the sake of Allah, there is no indebtedness for it. You're not obliged to anybody. When you say, I did it for this or that, then everything that you've done would be gone. It would be zeroed. You would be zeroed out. No matter how much you do, even if it's a world full, just like they say, with the touch of a button, with the press of a button, like in these machines, everything gets zeroed out. In the same manner, it's the same way it would be zeroed. When you do something for Allah, Allah will give you its rewards and good deeds. And you will have received the benefit of the thing that you've done. If you do it for, otherwise if you've done it for show, or for this one and that one, then the things that you've done would be nothing but tiredness for you and money you've spent, and you would be finishing it all. So this is important. As we've said, this is the first hadith that is taught when we enter the madrasa, in the first class. This was our first hadith in the first lesson. In fact, it's a very important thing. If people had known this, if they would know that they're living for the sake of Allah, and they would know that they need to do everything for the sake of Allah, not for such and such person, or so this person is happy or that person likes it, that would be worthless. Let Allah know, and that's enough. As they say, do the goodness and throw it in the sea. If the fish don't know about it, then the Creator knows. The Creator is the creator of everything. He knows it all. The people, Muslims of these times, do everything for show. The man eats food, he records himself and shows it to people. He does this, that, and he records it and shows it to people. What kind of times are we left in? May Allah fix us, reform us, and give us common sense and intelligence.